Hey learners, have you ever felt that solving the problems of DFA like strings of A's and B having A, B, B as the ending one and strings of A's and B ending with A, B is difficult? Yes. If yes, then let us make the simpler steps and easier ways to solve these problems, that is ending with A, B, B and A, B in this video. Come, let's dive into them one by one. So the first problem is accept the strings of A's and B's ending with A, B, B. Correct. So here the problem is ending with A, B, B. So what we have to write at first? We have to write the alphabets. Correct. So what are all the alphabets? Alphabets are A and B. Right. So after writing alphabets, here there is A, B, B. A, B, B. So after writing alphabets, we have to write the languages, right? So after writing alphabet, we have to write languages. At first, we need this one. So ending with A, B, B, or it can have A, B, B. And after that, we should have A, B, B at the end. So before that, we can have any letters that can be A or B, right? So we can have A, B, B, or B, A, B, B, or we can have A, B, A, B, B, like this, right? We need string that should end with A, B, B only. So the simple trick for solving these DFA is, if we get 3 symbols, then we have to write 4 states. Okay, remember this one. If there is 3 symbols, then in the transition diagram we have 4 states. If we have 4 symbols like A, B, B, then we have to take 5 states, correct? So what we have to do, if we have string ending with A, B, 2 symbols, then what we have to take? We have to take 3 states. Okay, so here we have A, B, B, so we have to take first state as Q0. This is the initial state. So for initial state we need this arrow, right? So for after Q0 we need Q1. After Q1 we have Q2, and after Q2 we have the final state, that is Q3. And remember one thing, that is for every state we should have A and B, okay, that which might be incoming or outgoing, but for every state we should have A and B. So one thing we can write it easily is, if we get A, B, B as our string, it should move to the final state, right? So if we get A, it should move from state Q0 to Q1. If it is B, it should move to Q1 to Q2, and if it is again B, it should move to Q2 to Q3. Here we have only A, right? So what if we get B in Q0 state? So if we get B in Q0 state, it should be there in this state only, right? B, A, B, B. This is done. So if we get B, A, B, B, it will be in the final state. So the string is accepted. So here if it gets B, it is moving to next state. What will happen if it gets A here? Which means if we get A, B, B, what to do? If we get A, it is moving from here to here. But if I get A here, it should be there in state Q1 only. Why? Because we need string ending with A, B, B, right? Which means at the end we need this string to be in the final state. So for string ending with A, B, B, we have string A, B, B. So it should be A, B, B. It is in final state. So it's correct. And after that, so here A, B is done. So here if we get A, if we get B, it is moving to final state. That's correct. If we get A here, it should go from here to here, right? Why? Because if it moves from here to here, let's take it is B, A, B, A, B, A, B, B. If it is like this, what to do? What we do is B, A, and then B, and if we get A again, it should go to move back to Q1 state again, and I get A, I move back to Q1, B, B. Final state is done. And then here if we get in Q2 state, it is done. So what to do here? Here we should get A, B, B only, right? So if we get A or B here, what we have to do is, if we get A here, it should move back to the state, that is state Q1 if we get A here, and then if we get B here, it should move back to the state Q0. Why? Because if we get A, let's take it as B, A, B, B, and then A, B, B. It should get accepted, right? Because at the end we have A, B, B. So if we get B, it should be in state Q0 only. If it get A, it should move to Q1, and if it gets A again, it should be there in Q1 state only, and then if it get B, it should move to this state, and if it get B again, this should move to this state, and again if I get A, it should move back to state Q1 because we should have string ending with A, B, B. So if I get A, it is moving back to Q1, and then B, and then B, and then ending state. That's correct. So if I get B in the last state, it should move back to this state. Why? Because we have A, B, B. This is one kind of representing transition, right? So now I will tell you another one step, so you can follow whatever step that you feel easy, okay? So the other method is, before writing the transition table, if we have string ending with A, B, B, what we have to write is, we have to define it like A, B, B. So we have 4 states, correct? Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. This is what we are doing here. We are doing it. This is second step, okay? So first step, this one. In the second step, at the first time, what we have to do? We have to define it like this. That is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. And Q0 is no symbol accepting state. We have to take it like this, okay? No symbol accepting state. So which means it is epsilon. And then we have ending with A, because we have A, B, B here. And then we have ending with A, B, correct? And then we have ending with A, B, B. First we have to write it like this, okay? And then what we have to do is, we have to write a transition table. So here what we should have is, we should have A and B here. These are all the alphabets, right? And then we should have state Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So here is the important thing, that is, at the state Q0, this is a no symbol accepting state, which means we have to write epsilon, and then in the state Q1 we have ending with A, so we have to write A, and then we have to write A, B, and then we have A, B, B. So now what we have to do is, we have to take a simple step, that is multiplying these things, okay? At first we have to multiply Q0 into A, that is epsilon into A. So now what we have to do is, we have to check, is there any symbol or string that ends with epsilon A? No, right? So if we have no string that is ending with epsilon A, we have to cancel out this one. So then we have to check, is there any string that is ending with A? or any state that is ending with A? Yes, we have state Q1 that is ending with A. So we have to write Q1 here, and then we have epsilon B. So we have to check whether is there any string that is ending with epsilon B? No, right? We have to cancel out epsilon and we have to check whether any string accepting B. No. Then what we have to do? What we have to do is, if there is no state that is accepting epsilon B, then we have to write initial state only. Remember this one, we have to write initial state only. And then we have to check for A. Is there any state that is accepting AA? No. So cancel out A and check whether any state accepting A. Yes, Q1 is accepting A, and then A, B. And then check it for AB. We have any state accepting AB? Yes, we have Q2. So we have to write Q2 directly. And then check, is there any state that is accepting ABA? ABA? No, right? So cancel out A. Is there any state that is accepting BA? No. So we have to cancel out B2. Is there any state accepting A? Yes, that is Q1. So we have to write Q1 here also. And then is there any state that is accepting A, B, B? Yes, we have state Q3. And then we have to check, is there any state that is accepting A, B, B, A, B, B, A? No. We have to cancel out A, B, B, A? No. Cancel out B, A? No. Cancel out A? Yes, it is there. That is state Q1. And then check it for A, B, B, B. Is there any state accepting A, B, B, B? No. Cancel it out. B, B, B? No. Cancel it out. B, B? No. Cancel it out. And then B? No. So cancel it out. If there is no state that is accepting these two symbols, then what we have to write? Like this. We have to write the initial state only. Okay. After this, what we have to do is, after writing transition table, in this step we are going to write the transition diagram. Okay, I will be writing here only. We have to write transition diagram. Let's check whether the first step and second step is same. Okay, so we have to write 4 state Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Correct? So final state and starting state. Q0 on A, it will be moving to Q1, and tell me Q0 on B, is it moving to next state? No, it will be there in the same state. And then Q1 on A, it will be there in the same state. Q1 on B, it is moving to next state Q2, and Q2 on A, it is moving back to the state Q1. And Q2 on B, it is moving to state Q3, and Q3 on A, it is moving to state Q1, and Q3 on B, it is moving to state Q0. Is these two transition diagram is same? Yes, right. These two transition diagram are same. So we can follow the first step or second step. You can choose whatever the step that is easy for you. Okay. Dear students, I will continue the next problem, that is string ending with AB, in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.